within, I guess, the next 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Should be close to it. And they are back into the series. Still one map away for Master Theater. Feeling pretty close to that HGC Korea spot.
They are a little bit close. Well, they're still just as close, but I don't know. It feels like they're starting to slip just a little bit. They do have a couple of games to figure things out. They're still at match point, and so Master Theater is still poised to make it in. And
hey, Bob.
We're going to find out what the next map it is.
I was about to ask you about Dragonshire.
Dragonshire.
Stop shouting. But I like the map, guys. Dragonshire. Map 6.
I do like the map. It was about to be a quick day, but Ace said not yet. They are going to go into their 5th game, starting things off with a Hanzo ban.
Oh, man. I think the big key, again here, is Dehaka. Hearts of Doom. Dehaka was their key point. Of course, KCB picking that Muradin seemed like a lot better of a play, but that's only compared to how worse. Ooh, Maev.
Insta-lock on the Maev. I think that's what that Hanzo ban was really trying to telegraph. You are probably going to have to take Garrosh out of here, so just going to get the easy Maev pick. And I think we already know how this went for Master Theater already.
Yes.
And especially even in the open division finals, Maev was just really a key point for both teams there.
Yep. You really go with the different order. Do you really steal that Junkrat or I think the key one is Stukov. Alex playing for Master Theater. His Stukov lurking arm.
So good.
Even the massive shove, the wipe. It's a swipe has been so great to save his allies all the time. So maybe taking not the Junkrat, but maybe just the Stukov seems like an okay adaptation for Ace having draft right now. Really thinking in hand.
What are the picks? They're taking their sweet time through it. Ace have got to decide in 3, 2, 1. Oh, taking the Junkrat away and grabbing Sonya safely.
That's the thing. Gamey has not been playing any other support other than Few, Malfury and Uther, and sometimes Rehgar.
So if we see this consistently, maybe we're going to get a Stukov, maybe a Malfurion. I would say the Stukov maybe a little bit more likely. We've seen both, but what are they going to get for their solo lane? This might be where they choose to take Dehaka away if they want to. That was a big force that they were unable to deal with in last game. Have the opportunity to take it here.
Dragonshire, of course, there are a few choke points near the camps, but among the lanes, it's a lot harder to provide lots of silences to multiple targets. So they will instead go for Malfurion this time, even though Stukov is open. A big change, actually. They have been always pairing that up with the Stukov.
And the Phoenix, okay. Taken early. We've seen it taken as the last 2 picks every time before, but getting it out of the way now.
Yeah, ETC Van, I think we already see something here from Master Theater. They want to make some show for you guys. It is going to be very likely, if ETC is open, it is going to be Planet Cracker.
Oh my god.
I can already tell.
I want it.
They will crack that planet into half. Dragonshire in this case.
Yeah. Dragonshire will just never be the same until the next time they play it. And inexplicably, it will be repaired instantly. I don't know how it works, but maybe we need an upgrade on the Planet Cracker. So every map it's used on stays cracked for as long as people play on it. Can you imagine if that was persistent?
I'm pretty happy that you're not involved in any of the balancing team.
I'll be there one day.
No,
like,
never,
hey guys, let's have persistent.
Never invite Rapid to near that balancing team, please. Not even towards that building, okay?
I think we're all a little bit happy.
ETC, yes.
There's
it was
the ban.
guaranteed. It had to be ETC. They found the clues and put it together. And
Ace doing a lot of denial. They take the ETC away from the Planet Cracker combo. They take the Junkrat away from allowing that Riptire to be comboed with Maev's Cage, and it just makes a lot of sense. Double Shimada ban there for Master Theater, so they know what to take away here. But that does give Ace the opportunity to grab the next couple of picks. Oh, actually, they're going to steal the Stukov. That's a little bit surprising.
Well, it's not much of a steal. Malfurion's already taken from Master Theater.
Right.
So they had a lot of choices.
But they do grab Muradin as well, and I think that's the big power pick, just giving them something that they don't have to worry about, and that's KCB's kind of questionable Nubarak.
Why ban Genji? I don't think that was needed at this point. They already had Junkrat and Sonya. There's going to be some other pick, I think. A little questionable. Maybe they just really do not like Shimada brothers right now in this meta, lining them up right next to each other.
You know, maybe
those
they
troublemakers
didn't want to pick the Genji, and so they ban it so that instead something else is left open. I'm going a little bit of 4D chess right there, but it's actually going to be a Malthael, and then they pick their own Anubarak. Okay, that's a little bit surprising. The shoe, as they say, on the other foot, and a Malthael for the first time this series.
Thinking a little bit, who they really want to cocoon? Is it going to be Stukov to remove the silence, or Junkrat to kind of make the timing weird on that Riptire? Well, they do indeed have lots of ability skill damage, so
yeah.
Nubarak can basically
does
tank
make
that
a lot of sense
with the spell armor built onto him. But what is his fifth pick going to be?
Indeed.
Lots of burst damage and very likely last rites from Martel.
Makes
they
a
don't
lot
have
of sense.
anything like a divine shield. It's only Stukov in this case.
So what is going to be the pick here? They've got their tank, got their support.
Falstad?
Looking for a potential global. Yeah, Falstad.
Ooh,
No Medivh.
No Genji, but we got another protection on our way. Even more after 13. I think that's what they needed against this Wombo combo. In that cage, when you have the circle of protection, you will be safe. You won't take any damage for some time.
Yeah, also the ley line coming out. It's going to be huge. We'll see if it is enough as we get into game number 5. Excuse me, game number 6 of our series.
Here we go, Master Theater in blue with the first pick. And Ace in red. Hey, I was asking question, who do they really cocoon? Oh, perfect target, Medivh.
Yeah, if you cocoon, then no more protection. Too bad you can't cocoon the bird out of the air. I would do that every time if I had the opportunity to. Which you're getting pulled back in, so a little bit premature there, but oh, the silence on a no chat. He's taken down super low. Is this the first casualty? He's gonna try to jump away, just barely alive.
KCB, just in case he dies to the turrets again. There's that protection now from Witcher.
Okay, that was a little bit of a worrisome beginning to the game. Master Theater still get the XP lead off of it. Yeah, ping the bird. I don't know how much that's gonna help.
This could be deadly when Master Theater wants to have their own damage with Phoenix, Plasma Cutter, possibly even Twilight Dream. Maybe they were thinking in that way to have Malfurion instead of Stukov in that cage. But everything will be countered and deleted right after with the Arcane Explosion. That's post 13 that I'm thinking, of course. But even before, the targets that will be tethered from Umbrovine will likely to be protected. Well, let's see how the interaction works. I think cocoon timing is crucial for these team fights post 10.
Yeah, I mean, if cocoon can land before or after protection, that's going to make a big difference. So keeping an eye. I do like the Malthael pick. It does allow Kirisaku an option to just play that sustain game. I think he also maybe could have picked Blaze here, but first Malthael. What's behind that pick?
Oh, against Sonya.
Yep.
Against Sonya, solo lane. very likely Martel is going to win out that solo lane.
Okay.
That's number one reason.
Yeah, we'll have
and
to
also,
ask.
when they lack some damage, can also just pick up the kill with the last strike. I think
Yeah.
with the Medivh, not as likely.
I'm excited to see last strikes. If you can really stack that up, that's going to be exciting. It looks like the first walls are going to be broken down by Master Theater. KCB can't really do a whole lot, but the rest of the team will rotate down to try to stop this push from being too effective. Nobody wants to fight just yet.
Well, for level 4 push with the giant golems there, I think pretty well done.
Oh, and actually, okay, KCB.
Opens up the entire wall. Only the turret remaining onto the bottom lane. They were trying to stress the top lane. Even sending Ace was sending Junkrat to relieve some pressure because Sonya was going to have some tough matchup. Has been working, but over time, without any more help, we'll be losing it.
Yeah, I mean, you fly in top lane to try to help out a little bit, but isn't too much of a struggle. Just making sure that both altars are controlled by different teams. It's a lot to ask of Sonya up top, but she's doing a really good job of making sure that altar stays under their control.
The real problem for Sonya for that 1v1 is lack of sustain, because Martial can also sustain from the minion wave. Same for Sonya, but not as much, and it's a lot harder to hit the poison spear among the minions when Martial, you kind of have your cleave every single time. It's a lot easier to sustain with your Q.
It is indeed, but unable to keep that minion wave under control, and that's going to allow both altars to be controlled here by Master's Theater. Now, it won't last for long, but did they get the capture? No, it's taken away just in the nick of time, so no dragon just yet. I don't know if this is the 1v1 Hero wants to fight.
If he has any help from his teammates, maybe, but not. Surely not 1v1.
Yeah, that's never going to work out. So, actually, wisely choosing the opportunity to capture the bottom shrine, that's going to at least make that dragon a little bit more difficult to take.
Rotational wise, no global in this case. KCB trying to silence. And a Stone Bolt.
Phoenix, no shields.
Onto a minion, I believe, so it missed. KCB has to toss out. And Point is on to Rush. No escape. Does not have the mind for himself.
Almost killed Alex there.
Yeah, Mayhem, pretty strong.
Mayhem.
But not enough to get the kill, and because of that, no chat.
Oh!
Witcher missed his
How did
Q?
Witcher... Wait, that's... Okay. I thought for sure he was going to get that off, but no, the Dragon Knight is here on Dragon Shire, and it's going to be all KCB to do to try to stop him from taking down that wall. Doesn't look like it's possible, and the rest of Master Theater are going to push through that final turret on the bottom wall, looking for the first fort.
I'm still just mind blown from that.
How did that not work?
Maybe he was just communicating with his teammates. That was a big mistake. It was surely going to be an interrupt for sure. I just thought it was way too easy. Anyone watching but Medivh.
You miss all the dragon captures you don't try for. So
well, at least Medivh gets a kill onto Maiev, so I guess that's a that happened in the mid lane.
How? But
how? I don't know.
But how?
How? I don't know. Maiev made a mistake. That's the only one I know.
He's getting revenge for stopping that cancel. Or for not being able to get the cancel in on the Dragon Knight.
Yes, maybe. A fair trade, but Master Theater with that lead. Planet Cracker locked in from Phoenix.
Oh, baby. I think always, you know, the what is it? Not Arsenal. The what's the alternative to Planet Cracker? It's leaving my mind right now.
What, Salvo?
Salvo.
Yes.
That's what it is. I think we see that a little bit more often, just because it is kind of reliable. But I mean, Planet Cracker. I don't like on the list of top 10 coolest heroics in Heroes of the Storm. I gotta say, Planet Cracker is like way up there.
It's one of the best, one of the coolest, I would say. And
if you're just going for style points, you gotta do it. And I'm happy to see that Master Theater
I don't know
are going to be indulging it.
I think Reign of Destruction has the style points.
Yeah, but like heroics that we're going to see G-Clef.
Yes. Well, cooldown does pop out sometimes, especially from L5, just to keep in mind for the foreign teams there. But here we go. We have the camp pushing in with the fort as Malthael staying strong alone in the top lane. Won't really going won't be really be going down alone there. I know a lot of you love that rain. Haven't seen that at all for me.
Yeah, probably won't see it again for a while, but you know,
never.
A man
Possibly.
can dream.
Yeah, that is certainly possible. Murden coming up. Junkrat is still away. Let's get the rotation.
Yeah, what's the call here? I think KCB's been playing this a little bit far forward. Still hasn't died yet, so that's always aside from early on, but still not a terrible start to the game.
And a poly bomb, in fact. So no chat.
Oh, okay.
Slightly
How
too
do you
late
miss the
again.
cancel again?
No, portal was late.
Tragedy striking here for
KCB.
Ace, and now the Dragon Knight gonna steamroll forward, gets a nice kick back, and he's gonna push on to the second fort, which shouldn't last much longer.
Oh man, just tragic mistakes coming out from Ace. One after another. Phoenix warps in and finds KCB, says hi, and just goes back to their own. But Dragon Knight back to back. Few mistakes has been happening from Ace, but they have a lot of tools to actually bring it back here.
Yeah.
If they, that's under some conditions. If they fight near the camp zone, I think because they have Polybomb and Riptire, and also the silence, that is the perfect place for them to open up the fight.
Yep.
Aces, and it will be post 13 very likely. They have Medivh also. So even if we think Master Theater, they got the wombo combo with the cage and the Planet Cracker, may just be all protected, and you get that. You have to feel that damage from coming in from Medivh. Arcane Explosion pretty strong, of course.
Yeah, definitely is. This is patched Medivh, so a little bit different than it was before. I like that it's been effective so far, but
Silence, Planet Cracker doing some damage.
Yeah, not that much. It's actually going to deal more damage to the camp than it actually does. Riptire running forward, can't find the kill onto No Chat. He's safe and sound in the back line, but that does give that camp up to Ace.
I think Master Theater should feel it, even though it seems like they were the one taking advantage. But it was the Polybomb, Riptire. They saw both of them, and it didn't really connect with everything. But even if that was the case, they had to be forced back from the pressure. If they really go all in 5 men, will be even tougher because of that Medivh now.
Indeed it will. We're progressing ever forward. Both teams with their 13 talents, and I'll see how well they can use them. Phoenix silenced out. Does move away from that, but here it goes, the cage! Surrounding so many, but that's just a perfect portal out. Witcher completely countering at Myvault.
Yep, so we do have to see that Cocoon onto Medivh. I think that is the key. So far, none on the Medivh heavy, and on that Anubarag is a little different in style compared to KCB Hero. Positioning himself, just looking for a chance. They are on the same talent, but not at the same level.
Going in, going out. Cocoon actually does hit Medivh here. Portal is gone. Will they be able to take out that support? Protected, by the way.
It gets silenced, but lack of focusing from Master Theater right now.
Yeah,
they will
start to focus on the KCB, but he's going to have the opportunity to not only just portal,
barely
but also
survives. Hero barely gets out Sonya with that portal. So very lack of focusing. They were all rotating up. There's a big range in between, so it was really hard for them to focus in.
And there's not even a Dragon Knight that they can take off of this, so it's not good enough to just win the fight without any kills. So, just gonna settle for camps for now. I really like the way that Ace are fighting, and for that fight specifically, just remarkably uncoordinated for Master Theater.
Let's look. A lot of the wombo combo. I think the last one really showed well what Master Theater could do and how Ace can escape. It worked for both of them. If anything else pairs up, like the Silence or the Twilight Dream, which landed okay, but lack of focusing, if that comes in with the last strike, I think they can surely get the kill. Master Theater still in lead, big time, and even this one pushing into the keep wall now. Junkrat is already there. And Cocoon onto KCB, so not going to be too bad.
Malthael capturing the second shrine, so at this point, we are going to see
just want to buy the time. No Chat is channeling.
No Chat gets it!
Third Dragon Knight of the game goes to Master Theater, back to back to back. This one's surely going to the bottom keep, as that one's slightly damaged.
Oh, man.
The walls are from the camp.
Game 7, G-Clef. Are we going to make it there? I don't know. 3 Dragon Knights
This
in
is
a
Dragon
row?
Shire. Anything can happen with the late night Dragon Knight. Still
Yeah.
possible. Only opening the gates so far. KCB dives in. And Silence to delay a little bit. And they do have some poke. In this case, they don't really have to dive in. Sonya is trying to soak them up to 16. So surely they will be losing this keep. Unless something crazy happened like the kill. But Sonya's already there with the camp. So they will even it up with 16 Master Theater. I don't think it's a good idea to go all the way to camp. Sonya forcing back to Heart, maybe, but still very early in game, only 12 minutes in.
I mean, you say it's early, but honestly, it's looking like there's not... It's looking a little bit late here. The first keep is down. The push is going strong. Bottom lane, mid lane, and well, I guess top not quite so much as Sonya's really putting in some work, but not even able to take out the first fort. Hero very low, down to half health, protected there, so he's going to be able to stay inside a longer time. But kicked right back out, not actually into the enemy team.
Does have the spear out in KCB. Protected, will soak up some damage. Instead, they are going through this one. Riptire coming in, that's some damage. And no kill happening from either side. They will just safely walk out. They have managed to save Sonya out of there.
Yeah, that probably not even as effective either. So, I mean, Ace do push Master Theater back, but I think they're okay with that right now. They had invested a lot to push all the way down the bottom lane and take out the first keep, but we'll see. Ace are looking to pick a fight. There's the cage, actually.
Look at that Silence diving in. Maiev dies. Cage pops up, but no one to protect that Maiev.
Yeah, taken out immediately. Perfect silence there. You can really see the Stukov coming in big. And helping out a lot, so Ace will find the pick even 2 levels down.
Look at that. Ace just making that aggressive move. They were putting down a lot. Big risk actually going in there, but they managed to get that even. And Junkrat just clearing the way. Bottom one will be pressured forever now from now on. The keep has been down for the last 2 minutes. Catapults will be stacking. So they have to go for their own camp to relieve that pressure. Ooh, this is intense, Rapid, what we're seeing.
It is actually intense. It looked a little bit one-sided for a while there, G-Clev. 3 Dragon Knights in a row, and they keep going down, and all of a sudden you're like, well, wait a second, this is just all Master Theater all the time, but not quite. Ace have something to say about that. They're going to try to come back in the level disparity. I think Master Theater should make it to 21st, and maybe that'll be a big opportunity, but pushing down the bottom lane, Ace are going to try to force the issue.
Witcher. Except for those mistakes that he had. A few of them opening on the portal slightly too late and missing the Q. He has been protecting the right target, and because a lot of the damage from Master Theater is a burst and focus. Oh, Bantam warps out. So Silence was not close. Was trying to block the way, but warping out was just enough.
Control of the bottom shrine by Ace. Ugh, my throat is not going to make it through this best 7. But it might just end here pretty soon, so we'll see if Master Theater can save their games and save my throat at the same time. I'm hoping for it, but honestly, this has been an epic
looking
series.
arm barrel value. I'm mounting 4 of them. Pretty massive. Well, Gamey, his silence is... Yeah, pretty good.
I think it is.
When they were winning, they right on top, on the bottom of the portal, they had that silence to continue to keep their teammates alive and also to provide some room so they can escape.
Pretty effective. The camp actually pushing top lane while the bottom push stays alive. Ace pressuring, of course, the bottom lane because it is going to naturally push because they have lost their keep. Malthael returning to the top just to try to capture that shrine, and he will. But now the push continues here. Ace looking to force the issue. Can Master Theater stop them? They're down a member, so Malthael is going to have to run as fast as he can all the way down to the bottom lane and look to force fight.
They don't really need to, but at 20, they have to split soak. I think Malthael should just split soak a little bit more, get them closer to 20.
Yeah.
But even without that pressure, because they were missing a Malthael from the map, so Ace will actually retreat. They do hit 20 now. And Phoenix having another way of escaping. Rewind for Nubarak.
Sonya wisely going up to top to try to stop that shrine, and will be able to. So no Dragon Knight just yet. KCB, maybe a little bit of trouble.
No toss available.
Nope,
so
just going to jump out.
Not too much, as they will start to lose it once the top one is channeled. They're actually going to the bottom. trying to catch the rotation.
Well, Malthael will secure that top shrine. This is going to be no chat on a dragon once again.
GC after one another. Junkrat does get the moon shrine, but a kill here.
That's so crazy.
55 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big 4-on-5. The power play in effect, but a hero, being a hero, he's going to capture the other shrine. So much back and forth on these objectives, G-Clef. I love it.
But 17 minutes in, Dragon Knight. Top still a fort remaining. So let's see if they can actually go for core. They will actually go all the way. 30 seconds on Moradin.
Here it goes.
Even the golem.
I love how they're going back down to the bottom half of the map. This is going to be the push, G-Clef.
Yeah, with the golem, maybe they can just do the exact thing they want to do. They do have all the damage remaining, but no Moradin. 13 seconds on the clock. They do hit 20. This may be the final push to HGC Korea for Master Theater. Here we go.
They're trying to make it happen. Dragon Knight up in the front. The core health, the shield almost gone. A big cage right around
just focusing on to the core only. 50% Twilight Dream to defend with the silence. 30 seconds, 30%. They are going to do it. They are going to HGC Korea.
Masters Theater. They do it again. No chat again. Able to usher his team into the major leagues. Master Theater are your newest HGC Korea team.
They will bring down Team Ace. 8th place of phase number 1. They will go join the other HGC Korea teams in phase number 2, the first team this year to make it into HGC Korea from Open Division. Team Ace, they have to be feeling pretty disappointed even with that Moradin pick. They're not able to come back. I think he was really feeling rushed. The only one right there not being able to escape even with that toss. But so much crowd control. I think that was a pretty big ending move by Team Ace there.
Yeah, I don't want to put this all on KCB. Let's just talk about, Ace. They really fell apart when it came to the macro in that last game. Even on Towers of Doom, they really struggled up until that very end where they were able to, bring the bell tower count back into their favor and win. But you just really got to give it to Masters Theater. They were clearly the better team. They were able to show it, taking a 4-2 victory. Qualify for HGC Korea.
Best of 7. I've been enjoying day 1 and day 2, even more in day 2. A lot more competitive. I think we did see some strong points and weaknesses from both sides. And overall, Master Theater able to come back with Maiev, which was open. Very surprisingly, actually, because they started with the ban on the Hanzo. They had to ban Garrosh, which was one of the things that they can't play, which the other side can play. So you have to ban that all the time. That was the weakness of Ace, just able to grab that as a strong point for your own team during the draft. They got that Maiev right after. Just nicely done, starting from the draft, the last map, Dragon Shire, and they ended up getting all 4 Dragon Knight, I believe.
Yeah, every single one did go their ways. So great objective control. The way they played the map just looked totally crisp and clean. Now, they have a big objective ahead of them, and that is advancing to HGC Korea. It's been kind of the tradition that the Open Division team that advances to HGC has always struggled. So we'll see if that is true this time around. It's going to be an exciting next season, so I'm very... I just want to see what No Chat does now that he's made it back again. He retired, but now he's back for revenge. We'll see if he can get it.
Let's see. They do struggle. That is certainly true, but luck making it past Miracle. So it has been quite and they do have a lot of time. The entire May, the May has just started. May 6th that's today's date, right?
That
so
is
only the beginning
date,
of May, and they have the entire May and the entire June. I believe we are back in phase 2, the final weekend of June after the mid-season brawl. So they do have lots of time to actually work on. But first of all, I think they need some vacation time.
Maybe a little